At a couple of points in our conversation, I sensed that you want to go back to Europe after you're done with your school here.
Yes.
Why is it not an option for you to stay in the United States?
Well, I don't see myself staying like long term in the States. Like when it's time to, I don't know, have a family, I don't want my children to like be raised here. I really love the culture in Europe and I want them to grow up in that culture. Um, so I knew I was gonna go back. I didn't know when. I had one more year of eligibility for soccer, so I thought about playing one extra year. But it felt like just procrastinating the problem to later. Instead, I really want to start my life and figure out what I'm going to do with my life. And as soon as I do it, as soon I will feel like I find my spot in the industry. We're talking,
Okay.
yeah. I really want to find it and start from somewhere and start as soon as possible. And since I know my life will be in Europe eventually, why not starting like as soon as possible as I graduate? So I just decided to go back.
Why are you so strong-minded about having a family in Europe and not having it in the US?
I don't know. Probably one of the things is that I don't want my my parents and I guess my boyfriend family to be so far away from my kids. I want them to have grandparents, and that's for sure one big factor. But also the I don't know. I want them to be able to go to the park and walk around without being scared of somebody taking them, or I don't know, go to school without being scared that somebody is going to shoot, or I don't know. It can be stereotypical, but these things happen in the state, and I know parents are scared and like they're teaching their kids what to do in case that happens. I don't want to teach that to my kids. I want to teach them how to use a spoon, know how to hide if somebody's shooting in your school. And yeah, and then the food, it's just so many things that I love about Europe that I don't love here, and I experienced it and I would feel guilty if my kids didn't. So I really want them to grow up there too, and then if they decided to go to the States, go. I did it too, but I don't want to keep them here for sure.
What is the biggest thing you miss from back home when
Yeah,
you're here?
the food, 100%.
Yeah.
Even if I try to cook and replicate things that I do at home, it's not the same. The products are so different that it's not the same. And even if I do the same exact steps and quantities and everything, it's just not the same. So yeah, I think the food is the biggest thing I miss.
I also feel like it is so much easier to just eat and feel good afterwards back home than
Yeah,
it is here
yeah.
because there's so much shit food.
I know. Yeah, here I eat chicken and I feel like I had, I don't know, three different foods and like I don't know. The food is so different. It's so processed that it makes you feel like you're full even if you didn't have anything, and that's wrong. And then 1 hour later, you're hungry, and you eat snacks. And this is like the snacking culture in the United States. Like they don't most like so many people don't eat real meals. They have snacks, 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 and then maybe they have lunch, but still their lunch is not like a real meal. It's I don't know, fries with whatever they find in the dining hall. Like I can't do that. I want to eat twice a day and then have maybe a snack in the middle. That's and breakfast. That's it. Instead, here the snacking culture is crazy, and you eat and drink so many calories that you don't even realize it because you never feel full.
Did you ever get used to it?
No.
No.
Now, well, in my old school, between the injury and the fact that I just go here, I gained I mean, not crazy amount of weight, but I gained like I don't know, like probably 10 pounds. I was very skinny. Back in Italy, I was following a diet. I was crazy about my diet. And I was like, yes, I'll keep following it in the States. Never happened. It's impossible. But
Okay.
and also because at my old school, I didn't have a kitchen. I was in a dorm that didn't have a kitchen. So I couldn't cook for myself. Now it's better because for the past 2 years, I've had a kitchen and I can cook. But at the same time, there are so many temptations everywhere that even if you want to eat good, you see fries here and chocolate there and a shake and whipped cream. It's just like it's hard to not to fall for temptation.
Yeah. I was like, in the spring, I was cooking so much, nearly never went to the calf. And now slowly,
Yeah.
it's the bad habits start kicking in, and you eat some shit here and then some stuff
Yeah.
there, and it's just so hard, as you said, to like resist all those temptations, because I really feel like if you're going for food here, chances that you're going to a fast food place are so high.
Yeah.
And back home, I would never even, that the idea of touching those places wouldn't even be in my mind, because there's so many other cool options.
Yeah.
And here it's just so standardized.
Yeah. If I go out in Italy, for dinner, I go and have a pizza. I don't have McDonald's. Sometimes I have McDonald's if they have promotions. That's it. If it's cheap and I'm rushing and it's late, I'm going. But here there are fast foods everywhere, and it's cheaper, and you don't even get out of your car. You just go to the drive-through and you're home in 10 minutes. So it's also, this is another part of the culture I don't like, the driving. I hate the driving because it takes out all the like the social part of going out to eat with somebody. It happened to me in my old school. I was just back after summer in my sophomore year, and a friend, an American friend, she said, "Oh, we can go for a coffee." And I said, "Oh, okay." So I got ready and we were going for a coffee. And in Italy, if you go for a coffee, you sit down at the table, you have a €1 coffee, and then you stay there for 3 hours talking about life. Instead here, we didn't even get off the car. I got ready for nothing. We go to drive-in, and in Starbucks, we got a $7 coffee for a small. We go back to school. In like 20 minutes, I was home again. And I'm like, this is not what I expected. This is not what I like for sure. But at least when it happens once and twice and 3 times, you realize how Americans think, and you just get used to it, and you're like, this is how they are. This is not like a right or a wrong way. This is just how they are. I don't like it. I prefer the other way, yes. But at the same time, now I know if we're going for a coffee, we're going to the drive-thru most of the time.
Yeah. So you would say it's easier back home to have real conversations?
Yes, the small talks is something I got used to it now, because working at Einstein, I mean, I see so many people every day, so you need to be good at small talks. But it's so like exhausting. Have something to tell people that you don't even know. They know you because you work there every day, but you don't know who they are, and you just have to say something, be like, "Oh my God, yes, the weather is crazy," you know. In Europe, like in Italy, that doesn't happen. If we're not friends, we're not talking. So I think it's easier to have genuine friendship in Italy than here. You know, here people call each other best friends after a month.
Yeah.
In Italy, my best friend, I've known her for like 8 years. You know, it's different. It's definitely different. No, maybe more, maybe 10 years, but yeah. Anyways, it's for sure it's easier to have friends here, but it's easier to have real friends in Italy, I would say.
Oh, I resonate so much with that. And also here being around like many internationals, and that it sounds so bad, but I kind of really feel like if you want to have a good, meaningful conversation, you're kind of drawn to international people.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I don't even know why that is.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The World of Sports. I hope this conversation sparked your interest in sports and the people behind it. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to share it with a friend and leave me some feedback in the comments. Once again, thanks for joining me in The World of Sports.